When a superstar stops taking creative risks because of box office failures, who's really to blame? The actor or the industry that punishes experimentation? Filmmaker Anurag Kashyap recently dropped a bombshell about Bollywood's golden boy, Ranbir Kapoor, that has everyone talking. In a candid conversation while promoting his latest venture, Nishanchi, Kashyap revealed something most fans never knew. Their beloved actor went through a phase of crushing self-doubt that fundamentally changed how he approaches his craft. The revelation centers around a devastating period in Ranbir's career, when 3 consecutive projects crashed and burned at the box office. We're talking about Bombay Velvet, Kashyap's own directorial venture from 2013, Besharam, helmed by Abhinav Kashyap, and the quirky Jagga Jasoos, directed by Anurag Basu. This trilogy of commercial disasters didn't just hurt the actor's market value. It shattered his confidence in a way that still influences his career choices today. He commits a lot. That is the one thing that I feel responsible for, Kashyap admitted with what seemed like genuine remorse. He stopped experimenting as much after those failures. There was a time period where he got into a lot of self-doubt because of this series of 3 films. But here's where it gets controversial. Kashyap didn't stop there. He made a statement that's bound to ruffle feathers in director circles everywhere. His commitment is amazing. He does not do wrong. It is the director who's responsible, the filmmaker declared. Everybody comes together to make a good film, but directors make bad films. Talk about throwing his own fraternity under the bus. This bold admission raises uncomfortable questions about accountability in filmmaking. Are we too quick to blame actors when movies flop? Or is Kashyap simply trying to absolve himself of guilt for potentially derailing a talented actor's experimental phase? What makes this even more intriguing is how Ranbir's approach to film selection transformed after this rough patch. According to Kashyap, the actor who once fearlessly dove into unconventional projects suddenly became more cautious. The free-spirited performer who wasn't afraid to take creative leaps started second-guessing himself. And this is the part most people miss. This calculated approach might have actually worked in his favor. Ranbir's most recent outing, the controversial yet commercially successful Animal, proved to be the biggest blockbuster of his entire career. The film, directed by Sandeep Reddy Vanga, raked in an astronomical 800 crores worldwide, silencing critics and re-establishing Ranbir as a box office force. Kashyap acknowledged this success, noting that Animal represented another experiment for the actor, but one where he trusts his director fully. Once he trusts, he goes in fully. This suggests that while Ranbir may have become more selective, he hasn't completely abandoned his willingness to take risks. He's just become more strategic about which directors he takes those risks with. The actor's upcoming project only adds another layer to this fascinating career trajectory. Ranbir is set to portray Lord Ram in Nitesh Tiwari's ambitious 2-part mythological epic Ramayana, scheduled for Diwali 2026. The film boasts an impressive ensemble cast, including Yash as Ravana, Sai Pallavi as Sita, Sunny Deol as Hanuman, Amitabh Bachchan as Jatayu, and Ravi Dubey as Laxman. With musical legends Hans Zimmer and A.R. Rahman collaborating on the score, this project represents perhaps the biggest gamble of Ranbir's career. But here's what's really worth debating. Has the industry's obsession with box office numbers killed artistic experimentation? Kashyap's revelation about Ranbir's transformation from fearless experimenter to cautious calculator reflects a broader problem in contemporary cinema. When even established stars like Ranbir Kapoor start playing it safe after a few commercial disappointments, what message does that send to emerging artists? The filmmaker's protective stance toward Ranbir also raises eyebrows. While it's admirable that Kashyap takes responsibility for his role in the actor's period of self-doubt, His blanket statement about directors being solely responsible for film failures seems oversimplified. Isn't filmmaking supposed to be a collaborative art form where success and failure are shared responsibilities? Perhaps the most thought-provoking aspect of this entire situation is how it challenges our understanding of artistic growth. Did those 3 failed experiments actually serve a purpose in shaping Ranbir into a more discerning artist? Or did they rob the industry of a performer who is willing to push boundaries regardless of commercial considerations? What do you think? Should actors prioritize artistic experimentation over commercial success? Or is Ranbir's evolution toward more calculated risk-taking actually a sign of professional maturity? And more controversially, do you agree with Kashyap's claim that directors alone are responsible when films fail? Share your thoughts, and let's settle this debate once and for all.